so this is Armandork's video. He's a Lucio, and I think this is from a Scrim. So I don't have, I'll talk about composition as the video goes on because I can't really see it because it's point of view instead of third person. So we'll take this slowly, I guess, and work on positioning mostly because it's healing mains. Or maybe he's not Lucio, maybe he's an Ana. Mercy. No, I'm confused. Lucio. Everyone's supposed. Mercy, Ana, pretty standard. Zarya, pretty standard. Reaper. So it's like very cookie cutter comp. Nothing interesting here. I'm gonna focus on the Lucio more so than on the team, but I guess I'll talk about the team too while it's going on. You're running Mei, Reaper, Zarya. Okay.
Everybody here. We should have ate that fire strike. Let D-Team go first.
So that guy's right, kind of. I mean, you don't really want to eat the fire strike, but I would say it's probably better to poke at this point. I mean, you guys can take a dry push for sure. Right now, where you don't have ults, like that's definitely one of the best ways to push on offense is to just go. You don't really have anything to lose on the first push. There's two ways you can look at it. The first way is you guys can sit back and eat spam until you have nano boost and then go, because that's completely valid and a good way to win. You just have to make sure that you don't trade spam as much as they do. Like, it's completely legitimate to just stand in the choke for a little while and just try to farm nano boost and then push when you have nano boost. But at the same time, this isn't a bad idea either because you have a Mei. Like, you might as well try to take a fight because your composition is pretty good at fighting.
Alright, let's go. Get ready for the wall. Let's drop wall. Alright, stairs. Everybody. They walled.
I probably would have speed boosted there just to get everyone through. I guess it doesn't matter though. But this speed boost is really weird. Like, you're not... I don't like this speed boost right here. I would have speed boosted earlier or not at all. Like, once the Ana got blocked off, like, there's no reason to speed boost here because this thing's a pretty long cooldown at what's like 12 seconds. Like, you want speed boost right now. You don't want speed boost to have been wasted going up the stairs. You're waiting for your Ana. You might as well not use it there. If you're not going to use it to get through the window, then use it like now. Like right now would be a great time to use it just to get everyone onto the point. But yeah, I don't like that speed boost. This is an interesting push though. It's just easier, I guess. You don't have to worry about the Mei walls. But like, you guys are setting up for something here. I don't know why you would do this against the Mei, to be honest with you. Like, you know that they have a Mei. Now you're just putting yourself in another position to get walled off. This isn't really, I mean, from a team standpoint, it's not that good because you're just putting yourself back in a choke. Like, the whole point of running against the Mei, like to beat the Mei, you have to get out of the choke so that they can't wall you efficiently. But now you're putting yourself in more choke heavy positions. Like, if the Mei were to push you right now, you might get boned actually. Or if the Mei pushed up top into you, you might all get boned. But like, you're setting up for this really long push. Yeah, I know he was trying to get the Ana across the gap, but the Ana wasn't gonna not get through the gap.
I got knocked off. Alright, everybody drop. Let's go.
Like, now you're like now you just waste all that time because someone fell off anyway. I like this positioning. It's pretty pretty aggressive. Like, I like the aggression there. Your Reinhardt got boned, but you guys should be able to win this fight anyway. Woke up the Reinhardt, which was kind of silly, but it's okay.
Get this mercy.
You should be the one making the focus calls. Like, this Reinhardt should have been dead by now, for sure. This Reinhardt should be dead.
Ryan's low and he can't heal.
I got the mercy. Mercy is down.
He's stuck. He pinned me.
He's asleep.
Like, you want to be saying, like, the Reinhardt's low. Like, your teammates might not know. So you should be the one making that call. And you definitely should not be putting yourself in a position there to get charged. Like, there's obviously only one way for the Reinhardt to go, so you should just like preemptively not be standing in his line of sight, or at least put something behind you, like, or just stand behind the car so he can't possibly kill you. But other than that, was a pretty good push. I mean, you guys reacted correctly to everything that happened.
Dude.
You guys are getting a little deep here, which I don't really hate if you get all these kills.
We were able to capitalize. It's okay. We were able to capitalize. But heal Jin.
It's not the worst for your Zarya to ult there. I mean, you get a free kill. The Reinhardt has to walk out of spawn now. Secures you at least up to the library, I would say, for this next push. But
nose started bleeding.
I don't think.
Called.
Sick, crouch, sneak. Be
Too
sneaky.
much.
Like now you should be able to get the card at least to the corner without the Reinhardt being back. So that Graviton's actually not that bad.
You guys are out of my
Your team's a little aggressive. You should probably be up with them. Like you should definitely be up there right now. If your team's gonna be up there, there's no reason for you to not be up there. Your Reaper and your Mei are getting a little YOLO, and it's not the worst to be that far up for them. Like you think maybe that they're out of position, but as long as they're not in a position to die, then it's fine. Mei and Reaper are pretty survivable. That's one of the strengths of this composition, is that like you guys don't have to worry so much about getting picked off because there's not much that can kill you. On their comp, what do they have? They have like their own Zarya, they have a Reinhardt. Unless they have like a McCree or a Widowmaker or something, like there's no real way for... Even if they have a McCree, there's no real way for them to get a kill on a Reaper Mei. And honestly, if their Reinhardt's dead, which you know that their Reinhardt was dead, you probably should just push up with the Mei and the Reaper, because a speed boosted Mei and a speed boosted Reaper is like super strong. You also have your ult, so like worst case scenario, you pop a 3-man ult and they don't have a Reinhardt, and you'll probably still get kills and value out of it.
Yeah, I have Earth Shatter, but we have to go in. Together.
I'm gonna flank.
I have ult.
Hey, Jabber, hold me up here.
Like they don't have ults, so like you honestly could just drop the beat right now and just run them over.
Get out of the way.
There you go.
High noon.
Dude, it's high noon.
Although that was a clean nano boosted Reaper ult, so you guys are fine.
They wasted Anna.
I got ult.
I can't see the ult, so like I wasn't thinking about the nano boosted Reaper, but that was fine. Like you don't have to use ult, just don't use ult.
Good shit, guys.
All right, we still have ults.
We
Let's
have
use them on
pre-ults,
this
yeah.
push. When we get around the corner, we can probably make it to the corner.
Yeah, you guys don't want to wait in there, but you should just speed boost everyone out of the window. Now you just want to switch to speed, get everyone out. It's a good kite.
You need it?
Yeah. I'll drop the beat on the cart. Get on the cart.
Let's go.
Thank you, love.
Alright, now your push is a little sloppy, I would say. But you guys are cleaning up, so it's fine.
Oh, there's a Mercy. I see a Mercy.
You guys are just outskilling them. Like, they're at a position and they're playing kind of wonky. Like,
Yeah, let's still get it.
that wasn't their fight. That's a good res, though. That's a really good res. I question whether or not you needed to sound barrier the first time. I don't know that you actually made a difference with that sound barrier, but
I got him.
if you guys were going to play around it, you guys were going to play around it, so it's not that bad.
Oh no. I'm sleeping.
They're kind of just burning ults right now, though, the enemy teams, so you guys are, like,
I'm sleeping in the
fine.
Fair's behind. Fair's up top.
And Mercy up top.
Fuck her, ignore
You should be
her.
amping heals right now just to keep everyone alive, especially because you were fighting the Anna.
Fair killed me because you guys ignored her.
Yeah, you wouldn't have died there, I don't think. That was a clean round, though, so, like, I don't know. I feel like you guys are, like, there wasn't really much to talk about. Like, you played Lucio. There wasn't any mistakes. Like, you guys, the cart never stopped, so that's good, I guess, from that perspective.
The reason why I ulted them there is they couldn't.
But once you ate that fat rocket from the Farad, you should have just amped heals, honestly, to make sure you stayed alive. I don't think you would have died from another boosted direct. Like, you actually would have lived, I think, if you had just healed yourself.
Ult to kill.
'Cause what's a boosted rocket do? 30 plus 120? So or not 60 plus 120, so it's 180. So if you had more than 180 health, you would have lived to that rocket, and your team would have been in a little bit better position. That was a really quick VOD, though. I expected a second half. Did I miss it? Yeah, I would say just focus on using your speed boost to like get objectives, I guess, like through doors. Not like don't use speed boost as an afterthought. And just as like a rule of thumb, your team doesn't all have to come out that one doorway. You guys can have 3. I have defense. I missed half of it. Hold on, let me see. I don't think I missed it. Although I can just watch it on YouTube because I did not see. Like I downloaded it and I didn't get the whole.
Our own Discord, though, like we just
No, this VOD's only 14 minutes. That was only 14 minutes, right? Or no, was there a second half? Oh, I see. Okay, that was only 6 minutes. All right, let's watch it on YouTube because I can't download it.
like we the team's Discord, and then they do another one that's more social, right?
I'm not saying
none of
that.
that quals.
Okay. We'll just watch this on YouTube because I don't feel like downloading it. I don't know why the download didn't give me the second half. And I don't care enough to look for it on the second half.
I'm not saying that he's wrong for staggering the deaths. I am saying though that like
You guys are like arguing about
if there wasn't follow up,
shit in the last, like, don't worry about arguing. Like, this is the thing, like, let's just talk about this from a team perspective. Like, don't argue about shit during a scrim because it just fucks your scrim. People will do this, and it's just not good habits for playing on a team. Like, if this is your full team, there's no point in, what's it called? I don't know why this menu won't go away. I apologize to everyone that sees this menu right now. But yeah, don't worry about talking about the last round during like the round that you're playing right now. Like, if there were mistakes made on the first half, like, don't bring them into the second half. Like, your team has to be focused right now on the game, and if they're focused on shit that you guys are arguing about from like 2 or 3 minutes ago, it's just not worth it. Like, you're just fucking everyone's mental state, and you're probably gonna have a worse defense than if you were just talking about how to play this next push, as opposed to worrying about staggering deaths on the, or like that Zarya gravitoning. Because honestly, like, it's just not worth it.
oh no,
You
you're
guys
probably right.
quickly,
I'm saying that like staggering their deaths is a great thing. I'm glad.
No,
they
I'm
said that.
not sure.
Oh my god, can I
like,
say
I'm not
something
sure.
important right
And you guys are like arguing about stupid shit.
Running the same strat?
And like, arguing about stupid shit is fun and all, but
Okay.
it's not really worth it to argue about stupid shit.
See you
Also,
there, dude. That's,
everybody,
they
it's
know
fine.
you're honored.
See, this guy's like focused on the game. That's like definitely correct.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'll hide here.
I don't know that's a good idea, to be honest.
I can survive. Tell me if they're going upstairs.
They're going upstairs.
They have a diva. They have a diva.
Why would they run diva against me?
You don't want to even take that peek, honestly, if they have a widow, because you're just putting yourself in a position to die instantly. Like, it's not worth it for you to just peek that first poke, because if you get slammed by the,
Let's pressure them. They have one less. Let's go.
what's it called? If you get slammed by a widowmaker, then you just lose the round flat out.
There we go. Get some target on Zarya. There we go. All right,
I think
reset.
someone's upstairs.
Reset.
I'm going up.
Get out of that.
No, 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 not worth
Don't
it.
go,
Not
don't
worth
go,
it. No.
don't go. Come back.
Don't worry about it, no one's here.
Diva's back at their spawn. I saw her.
Mm-hmm.
I was just building some ult off her, and I'm at 50% ult charge, because I just
I'm gonna do the
burned
same
her
thing
mech
again.
twice. Fuck.
I have earth shatter. I have earth
No,
shatter.
it's okay. I'm glad you ate it. To be honest.
You have a Roadhog now.
I'd probably,
Roadhog. He's got me. Thank you.
you should definitely have just thrown the nuke there, just because you weren't able to, you might not have been able to get line of sight.
Melo.
Also, I'd probably prefer if you just tried to get your sleep dart on that Roadhog. Like, you're not using it at all. It's such a powerful concept. Like, you definitely probably could have hit that Roadhog with the sleep dart.
Oh shit.
And it would have just, you might have saved your Reinhardt's life. Like, that's a good sleep dart, but I think you would have had it off cooldown. You should definitely nuke your Lucio, though, right now. Hmm.
I'm almost there, boys.
You live right now, it's because they fucked up. You're like panicking. Alright, you're panicking really hard right here.
They do multiple.
You gotta take this shit a lot slower. Okay, let's go back a little bit. So right here, this is an easy nuke. You have nuke in 5 seconds. If you nuke the Lucio, you're fine. Like, the Lucio might actually live. Like, you should not be losing your Lucio right now. Like, you ignore him, but this McCree is not in any immediate danger. Like, you try to nuke him, but you miss it. Like, you're so flustered right now. Like, you can tell that you're just flustered. Like, you could have nuked the Lucio and then just moved over, healed the McCree, and then nano boosted the McCree. But you should definitely be walking towards this car for sure. Like, and you shouldn't be scoping at all. Your priority should still be on the Lucio. Like, this McCree is boned. Like, this is just questionable from everybody, I think. He has 5 HP, you missed your dart, and well, you hit the dart, but you didn't try to keep the Lucio alive, and then you wasted your nuke. So, you could have kept the Lucio up. I think your McCree's dead no matter what, right? Yeah, McCree's just dead. But now you're dead because Lucio's dead. And you could have potentially just fired all your shots at the frozen Lucio and kept him alive. Like, you do enough heal to counter the Mei, I think, on the Lucio. Especially if you had nuked the Lucio. The Lucio would 100% be alive. And then the Mei might actually die to you or to the Lucio. Like, you see how low you got the Mei? Imagine if the Mei had the nuke on her. You 100% could have,
I really like.
happened here. What did I just do? Why did I skip videos?
Let's pressure them.
What is this game?
Oh, Roadhog. He's got me.
Like somehow went to the next video.
I'm fucked.
You're scoping way too much for no reason though.
No, you're not.
Is this even the same fight? Did I go too far? Yeah, it's the same fight. But like, I just want you to see how, like, your Reinhardt dies here. That's not good at all, because you don't get the sleep on the Roadhog. But then you sleep the Roadhog there. All right, this is all I want to focus on though right now. Like, why would you not shoot the Lucio? Yeah, I do need more work on the YouTube game. I don't know why it didn't download, but you definitely should have shot the Lucio, and you definitely shouldn't have. You definitely should have just nuked the Lucio and left that McCree to die. Because if you had kept the Lucio alive, there's a chance that the McCree would have lived from the Lucio heals or something.
I'm dealing with this May. Can I get some help in the house?
She killed me.
Like, this May just got way too much.
We're back.
I'm here, dude.
Mate.
Oh, dude.
They're using 3 ults. They use ults.
Your team's kind of boned now because you're dead.
Trying them against the wall.
That's so fucking BS. That may all live.
Like, you definitely could have stalled that fight out better just as yourself if you had kept the Lucio alive. And you keep trying to, like, shoot through the ground. Like, don't. It's not that hard, I guess.
Don't use your ult unless.
I'm on it.
I'm on it. Let's go.
Now you should nano boost the Zarya. Just go.
Get on it. Stay on it.
Nuke them, nuke them, nuke them.
I heal target, but Hog and May are coming around the back. They just
You had sleep dart there too, and like you didn't even go for it. Like, just go for it. Like, you definitely could have maybe slept the Roadhog there. After, like, if you had just looked around the corner.
Sorry, it's so low.
Now you guys just burned a lot of ults on defense on a fight that you really couldn't have won because your Reinhardt was dead. I didn't hate the nano boost because I thought you guys could have won that fight, but someone should have called that they were coming from the hotel, or you should have known that they were coming from the hotel. Or you should have had your nuke up to nuke the, what's it called? The Reinhardt that was frozen. It's just easy kills, easy ult percentage.
65% on Graviton.
They have a hammer though. Don't poke now. I'm gonna give them ults.
Alright.
Like, even right here, you should just be spamming. Like, you guys are giving them way too much ground. Like, you could easily just be throwing a nuke out or something, or
Really bad for me to use a berry. Not getting any charge off of it when they have a Roadhog.
like, you want to just nuke the what's it called, the May as much as possible. You're giving them way too much space here. And that should definitely be a hit sleep dart. Like, if you're gonna shoot a Roadhog, you can't really afford to miss them.
I got you now.
Oh fuck, they're all here. They're flanking.
Throw your nuke, throw your nuke. Like, why aren't you nuking? What are you saving it for?
I'm with you, Joel. Let's
Come
kill
back,
it.
come back.
I almost have ult.
Like, you could have potentially just kept your May alive and killed their May, because then their May can't use heal from the ice block. I don't know what your ult situation is, because you aren't hitting tab a lot, but you should definitely be hitting tab more as a support player to see what your team's ults are, because you didn't actually know that you had everything else up there. I don't actually know if that nano boost was needed, because you had already hit the Graviton. You probably could have just hit a biotic grenade and like gotten a few kills with it, and that would have been enough. But
Right. I'm gonna try to be more reactive.
right now you guys should be able to hit a blizzard. You should be way more far up because you know that the blizzard's coming.
Go hog behind us. Go hog behind us.
Sleep the Roadhog, sleep the Roadhog, sleep the Roadhog. Your priorities are really backwards here. Like, you definitely should be sleeping that Roadhog immediately. He kills your Pharah because you don't. The Lucio isn't in any immediate danger, so like your target prioritization's already like off a little bit. Like, you definitely want to keep the Lucio alive, but then, or like just sleep darting and canceling the Roadhog ult is like definitely more value there.
The graviton.
It's also not hard at all to hit a Roadhog ult.
This nonsense, guys. Fucking focus on the game.
They're coming from the behind.
Yeah, they're going behind.
I'm with you now.
I'm gonna die. I'm gonna hold them up. It's only 3 people. Go.
Good shit.
That might not
That wasn't necessary. You guys had already killed 2,
I'm sleeping. No heals.
and you didn't actually know where their team was.
They have a Hanzo now.
That was a little overkill. Also, you should be nuking the walls and shit if you're not gonna, like...
Oh, they're running the.
If your May's gonna ice block there, which I guess you didn't really know she was gonna ice block, but you should still be trying to hit the enemy team with your biotic grenades.
Don't let the Hanzo.
There's like no reason not to just throw it at the wall in that situation, because it'll hit the May anyway. And then best case you hit like 2 or 3 people on the enemy team. Like right here, you should have just biotic grenaded the May.
I got their tanks. Left.
Healed you.
Like you guys are winning, but you're still making mistakes, so it's like hard to... What's it called? Like hard to criticize because like you feel like you're doing well. Like that's a good play. But like you should have been making plays like that way more often. Like their team wasn't particularly good at protecting each other. But you need to just secure kills with the grenade, or you have to secure kills with the sleep dart. Like, if a Roadhog's ulting, just sleep. Like, there's actually just no reason not to sleep dart a Roadhog. If you see a Roadhog on your screen ever, it should just be a free sleep dart if there's no shield in front of them, which happened like more or less 3 or 4 times. You definitely should prioritize keeping your Lucio alive over your 5 HP McCree. Especially if there's 2 people fighting the Lucio, because like I actually just am so upset about this fight still. Where is it? Is it here? First of all, you should have just slept the Roadhog. You don't need to be in zoom mode right now.
Melo.
And right here, you're just saving your grenade. Like, you know that the May's low health or whatever, but like you're backing up. Like your team's clearly going in. Like there's a miscommunication here for sure.
Melo.
Like right here, you have on your screen, you see the May's health. May's like half-ish. Zarya's like half-ish. May's not low at all though. And you're not even in really, like you could have just healed that up, but your Reinhardt's dead now, so like you guys have to make a play. That's a good sleep dart, but now this right here should just be a nuke. You should just be nuking your Lucio right now, because they're gonna have to kill the Lucio. Like they have to kill the Lucio, but you can keep the Lucio alive right now if you just throw the nuke at him and the May. Like worst case, you force them to waste the bubbles on each other just to get the antibiotic grenade off, but you'll definitely get ult right now if you just sleep dart this guy. Or if you nuke this guy. So the fact that you don't just nuke your Lucio there, I think is really bad, because now like you don't actually even know what's happening behind you. And like I don't know why you're not pushing up to the left, because they're behind you. Like you're clearly gonna get flanked right now. Like this was not gonna not happen. You know?
Super low, super low.
Like if you had pushed up to the car, the Roadhog wasn't gonna kill both of you.
I'm dealing with this May. Can I get some help in the house? She killed me.
We're coming.
It's okay.
I'm
Reset,
down,
reset,
I'm
reset,
down.
reset.
I don't know, I think that was the biggest mistake of this VOD, to be honest with you. I don't hate that you burn the ults later though as the VOD goes on.
Good talk, good talk, good talk.
But like you can't miss that, I don't think. But yeah, I don't know, that's all I really have for this VOD. I think you just need to work on like your...
I got you now.
You're not like burning your cooldowns as much as you can be.
Oh fuck, they're all here, they're
Like right here, this is an easy biotic grenade. This is a 2-man biotic grenade and potentially just keeping your May up. And you hit the Roadhog with that, so now there's nothing really that can kill you if you just throw the thing at the floor. Like, if you had just contested that May after you slept the Roadhog, your May would have been able to freeze their May, and you would have lived 100% because their May wouldn't have been able to have frozen you before your May froze them.
I almost have ult.
I have ult.
But now you just like let them live for free.
Ulting.
I don't know, that's all I really have. I don't want to like harp on it too much. I just think you need to worry more about using your abilities more effectively rather than anything else. Like you could have had a bigger impact in terms of just getting kills and like stopping kills or whatever, but yeah, I don't know. It was still good. I mean, you guys stomped too, so it would have been better I think if there were harder decisions to make, because like even though you make some mistakes here, it doesn't really punish. Like you don't get punished for it because the enemy team's just not on your level, I guess. So I would have like preferred, I guess, if they were, but it doesn't matter. It's all good.